Ambassador, since you've made your claim for asylum at the weekend, the Home Affairs Minister in Zimbabwe has made some comments in reference to your claim, saying that your remarks that you fear for your safety are surprising because there are other members of the Movement for Democratic Change in Zimbabwe at the moment. What's your response to that?
I thank the Minister for that remark, but with due respect, my colleagues in Zimbabwe might be there, but they are not safe. It's well documented what has happened to the Movement for Democratic Change. Even the Prime Minister's wife died in a car accident. He has been beaten up. Sekai Holland has been beaten up, and they've come here to Australia to be healed. As I speak right now, we have members of my party who are languishing in jail for being said that they killed a policeman, which is not true. Everyone knows that, and they keep being put in jail. One of the females died in custody after over 2 years incarceration. There are 2 million people right now in Zimbabwe who face starvation. If you call that safety, we are always under attack by the government of the present regime. And for him to tell me that I am safe, when they are the perpetrators of the smear campaign which has been perpetrated against me, what did you expect him to say? And as I speak right now, who is Minister Mohadi? Himself, personally. And everything about him has been well documented.
Now, he says that, why do you feel threatened? What's so special about you is what he's been quoted as saying. Why particularly do you feel threatened?
Well, I feel threatened because first of all, I've just won this case, and reason Wafara Rover is a state agent. This is the smear campaign he perpetrated against me. ZANU-PF, not necessarily ZANU-PF, but the state-controlled newspaper has not written that story. They've not written the story that I won the civil, the case for defamation. Yet I am their ambassador. The fact also that I'm also asking for asylum has not been written anyway in the newspapers back home. But here in Australia, in a country where there's law and order, you have given their response. You have told my side. In my country, it's all one-sided. Another case in point, I think you are aware of the case that they have said they will arrest me because I owe $2,700 to some tradesmen. Do you know that this very same tradesman took the next contractor to jail? I had to pay $4,000 to get this poor man out of prison because he did work for me. So just if they can arrest another poor tradesman who I then contracted, what more will they do to me?
The quotes in the state news agency says that if you feel threatened, you should tell the Zimbabwe government because they're responsible for security. But obviously, you don't feel safe doing that.
Well, I tell the Zimbabwe government who failed to protect me as their ambassador. They never responded once to the smear campaigns which were going against me. They were the ones who were actually feeding their own newspapers, but not responding to the fact that they had actually investigated me and that they'd seen that I'd done nothing wrong.
Now, what's happened in the last couple of days since you made that decision to leave your post and seek asylum?
Well, as you know, it's a process. The fact that I've sought asylum, and as the minister has said, it's a process which is going to be dealt with like any other ordinary person, for which I'm grateful, because that is something which is going to be lawfully done. So the process is that I have lodged my application for protection visa. My appointment, my end of tour of duty is on the 31st of December, so my diplomatic visa ends on the 31st of December, and according to the process, the bridging visa will then kick in from the 1st of December. And that bridging visa is for the application to be held and viewed, and then a decision will be made. So I follow that process, and that is what I'm waiting for.
What's the response been like from the Canberra community?
Oh my goodness, it has been so overwhelming. It is so humbling. From all walks of life, where I have had messages of encouragement, from all walks of life, in terms of even past prime ministers, in terms of the church, the Anglican Church and other churches, and ordinary people on the streets who have come to me and said, we pray for you. It has been absolutely humbling. But this is not about me. This is not about Jacqueline Zwambila. It's about the people of Zimbabwe. The people of Zimbabwe who cannot have their voices heard. People of Zimbabwe whose election was stolen from them. And now they are living in an economy which is totally debilitated. There are 2 million people who are starving right now as we speak in Zimbabwe. There is no water, there is no electricity, and the economy is really going down, all because people do not want to give up power.
In this way, has the publicity you've received in the last couple of days helped raise those concerns as well about what's happening in Zimbabwe?
It definitely has raised Zimbabwe's profile on the international radar, and that is very important because we still have to continue fighting for free and fair elections and for a democratic Zimbabwe. The people of Zimbabwe deserve better.